Every great sports story is punctuated by a pivotal choice, a decision that can launch a dynasty or unravel years of careful building. Right now, that moment is staring the San Francisco 49ers straight in the face. Quarterback Brock Purdy, the unlikely hero who went from the last pick in the draft to leading the Niners to the Super Bowl, is at the center of a jaw-dropping contract standoff. Training camp is on the horizon, fans are restless, and league insiders are buzzing. Will John Lynch and the 49ers front office deliver a deal that could eclipse $300 million, or risk watching their most intriguing QB in decades slip away? Stay with me as we unravel the facts, the drama, and the business chess game that will shape the fate of the Niners for years to come. What's happening with Purdy's contract? The situation is deceptively simple on the surface. Purdy has not yet signed a contract extension, and that's raising eyebrows as the team gears up for training camp. Around the organization, the mood is hopeful. They want to lock in their quarterback, and soon. But in the rumor-fueled, high-stakes world of the NFL, soon can feel like an eternity. Sources from around the league say Purdy could be seeking more than $230 million, with some predicting negotiations will push even higher. In fact, Bleacher reports Alex K has floated a stunning figure: 6 years, $324 million. That's the kind of payday usually reserved for quarterbacks with MVPs and jewelry on their fingers, not players whose place among the league's elite is still a topic of debate. Despite the whispers and wishful thinking, there's one thing everyone can agree on. The longer the 49ers wait, the higher the price could climb. John Lynch speaks. No leaks, just positive discussion. General Manager John Lynch, a Super Bowl champion in his playing days and now the ultimate steward of the Niners' future, recently addressed reporters with a measured blend of old-school grit and modern transparency. Lynch made it clear, "We've made it a practice not to talk about negotiations. That was my business, and I didn't want the world knowing. So I've always been very sensitive to that." Translation: no loose lips, no contract leak. But Lynch wasn't all poker face. He offered fans a sliver of insight and perhaps a glimmer of optimism. "We're having really good, positive discussion. When it gets done, I'm not sure. Hope sooner rather than later, but hope is not a strategy. So we're making progress. We've had good discussion." Listening between the lines, the message is simple. Negotiations are active and productive, but there is no finish line in sight. The value gap. Is Purdy a $250-plus quarterback? Here's the the multi-$100 million question. Is Brock Purdy really worth the kind of money that could make him the face of the NFL's next salary explosion? On one hand, the 49ers might hesitate to value Purdy at $250 million or more. He didn't enter the league as a can't-miss superstar, and while his stats are strong, over 9,500 passing yards, 64 touchdowns, and 27 interceptions since 2022, he's not yet an MVP or a Super Bowl. Some around the league still question how high his ceiling really is. But this is the modern NFL, where the quarterback market is relentless. Holding off could backfire, as the 49ers risk watching other teams swoop in with the kind of monster offer they might be trying to avoid. The market for quarterbacks is set less by legacy and more by a fiery demand for potential, consistency, and postseason magic in a league obsessed with the position. The risks of a double-edged sword. There's a critical element here. Waiting too long could cost the 49ers not just extra millions, but also their chance to anchor the franchise around a proven, if not transcendent. Consider precedent. Players like Kirk Cousins have managed to secure $45 million per year just by staying healthy, and even Josh Allen's mega deal came before a Super Bowl run, and ESPN's Dan Graziano reported that real chatter that Purdy's annual value might even top $55 million per. So what are the 49ers? Delay could drive up Purdy's price, or worse, give him reason to listen to other teams as free agency. The clock is ticking, and both sides. Purdy's leverage. Why the ball is in his court. What you will about Purdy. He holds most of the leverage in these negotiations. The 49ers don't have a ready-made successor on. If they balk at the contract, the idea of rolling into a new era without a clear leader at quarterback is enough to give any GM. Purdy doesn't have an MVP trophy, but he piloted San Francisco to the brink of ultimate glory in only his second professional. His consistency, poise, and rapid development give him an edge over many older and more injury-prone quarterbacks who've signed blockbusters. Unlike some past situations where the team held the cards, this time it's the player with the business of winning and the pressure to decide. For San Francisco, this isn't just it's about defining what they prioritize: flexibility in the salary cap, or the security of their long-term. A multi-year, $300 million deal could lock in Purdy for the core, but it could also make adding premium talent at other positions exceeding. And let's not forget the subtle impact on locker room morale. Star players want stability at teams with rotating passers or bitter contract disputes. The 49ers are on the verge, but only if they can steady the ship at the game's most important. What's next? Wait, watch, and wait. So, where do things go from here? Both sides will keep talking, looking for a contract that satisfies Purdy's life-changing ambitions and the front office's long. Fans and analysts alike will continue to speculate about backup plans, trade rumors, and the effect one superstar deal can have on the league. The 49ers and Purdy will find common ground, knowing that their mutual interests are best served by. But until pen meets paper, nothing. Now it's your turn, 49ers. Should San Francisco break the bank for Brock Purdy, or wait and risk a bidding war? What's a fair number for a quarterback whose story is. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get a real conversation going. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more exclusive updates, drop a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and stay with us as we track every twist and turn in this block. Your passion is what makes this community special. Until next time, keep the faith and keep watching, because the next headline thing.